I've been working my dream job for almost a month now, and I'm using it as a strategic asset, not a safety net. And here's the difference. In the past, I've had jobs that I fell into, jobs that I got connected or referred for, jobs that I truly applied for and worked for, and the variation of those jobs, while they were all still fantastic, I allowed some of them to create a safety net for me. A safety net in getting an apartment that costs more money, a safety net in being able to travel more and do more. I didn't treat them like a strategic asset to help me grow my money on the back end for the future Renee, for the future needs, for the future desires, for the future trips, not the 4-day trips, but the 4-week trips, not the elevated apartment for a year, maybe the elevated bungalow or house for the next 10 to 15 years to come. And I had some opportunity there. And I've been looking at this new job, this new role, as a very strategic move for the direction my life is headed and the things that I really desire. It's it's interesting being in this space because I I love that I love what I'm doing and I get paid to do it. I haven't had many jobs that I can say I truly loved. Honestly, a handful. And even that handful, it's probably a total of like 2 or 3 at best. To actually have something that aligns with your desires, with how you want to show up in the world, what you want to be known for, how you want people to feel, what seeds you want to plant. It's one of the best feelings, and I think it's something that a lot of people end up chasing. I've been reading snippets of this book called, I think it's called Design Your Life or Redesign Your Life. It's really good, but he kind of touched on a few points of people hit a certain point in their life where they are looking for usually one of 3 things. I can't remember all 3, but I know like fulfillment, connection, like purpose was definitely one of those pillars where they get paid well. Was a second pillar, and I can't remember the third, but in a position where you feel rewarded, where you can see the results of the work that you're putting in, and you see the good and benefit that it's offering to other people, that I think is something that a lot of us strive for. I think that's something that a lot of us want to experience, like in our days, in our lives. We want to be able to come home and feel fulfilled. You may feel a little exhausted, you may feel a little tired, but you still want some form of fulfillment. And on the road to entrepreneurship, on the road to freedom from a job, on the road to creating the career that you really want, it I think it's something that everyone should have a taste of. Everyone should find that job that's going to do that for them while they're building towards having these assets, while they leverage it to the life that they want to live. I know a few friends in the past that ended up with really great high paying jobs. I'd say like, I think it was mid 6 figures, and they lived well below their means because of the life they wanted to have after that and beyond it. They lived below their means in their apartment. They sacrificed not having a car. So they did some public transportation and commuting for a good while, but it afforded them a life beyond that season of sacrifice. They were able to take 6 months off and travel the world, go abroad, see different places and things and have experiences, take time off after trauma and loss and change happened in their life, and really just leverage the beauty of that sacrifice season, what it was able to like offer them. And I'm thinking long term in that way too. I don't know if I've ever really thought long term like this. I'm 37 now, and the clarity that I have right now today, I didn't have it back then. I didn't have it to this level. Knowing that I'm headed into a certain career pathway while I finish school, knowing that I want to be abroad and spend some time abroad in the very near future is something that's top of mind. And knowing that I'm in this interesting space where I've decided that right this moment, I don't need a house. I was talking to my friend about some of these things, and he was explaining to me with financial planning. He said, so often people think that they have to follow certain rules, metrics, paying no more than 25% of your income, and just different things like that. And he said, it's really, we set this plan up really based on your goals and how do you want to live and what is most important to you. He said to me, he was like, Renee, if you really want a lavish house, a decked out house, where you want to be settled at, maybe you don't care about traveling because you like where you're at and travel is not a value of yours, then we're going to set your plan up a little differently. But maybe you are someone that wants to travel more and that's more important to you. So you may opt out of having the house, but you want to have this condo or something along those lines, and you want your money to be reflected in the way that aligns that lifestyle, then we're going to set that up differently. And I truly hadn't had anyone break it down to me in that way. I didn't have anyone explain it to me in that way, because if you watched one of my last few videos looking for an apartment, I've always followed this rule of 25% of my income to go towards an apartment in a place. I never wanted to be like house poor, quote unquote. I want to live well and comfortable, but I don't have to have the best of the best, if that makes sense. It's not like I'm trying to shortchange myself either, but I don't need the floor to ceiling windows and the $3,000 apartment. I don't need any of that. I want my money to go further to the point where it will really allow me to have the experience of my life that I desire to have, where I can travel and not think twice about it. My girlfriend can text me, hey, do you want to go to St. Lucia next month for my birthday? And I'm like, yeah, actually, I do. Let's book it. I am in this place too where my mind frame is like that, reflective of not only my desires, but knowing that I am really only accountable for myself. As a single 37-year-old dog mom of one, I am only accountable for me and making sure that Cardi has room and board at my mom and dad's house. Okay. That's where she's at right now. She's been there all week eating her chicken and rice and broccoli and making sure my girl gets the best of the best. Okay. So knowing that those things are still well taken care of, and I don't have to sacrifice her experiences, my experiences. I really want to set my life up in a way where it reflects that. And it reflects the travel, it reflects the adventure, it reflects the expansion. I've been sharing a little bit here and there too about wanting to have residency out of the country in probably the next 1 to 2 years, if I'm being honest, like having that option, and not feeling like I didn't, it's a desire now, so why not start working towards it now? I guess that's just where I'm at. It's interesting because I have days where I'm somewhere between how Stella got her groove back, minus the love triangle situation, and eat, pray, love. It's interesting. So my job, I love what I do. I'm a general manager for a nonprofit female-led organization that gives back to female leaders in the area. We really drive the mission forward around inclusivity and being able to create spaces and places and a collective working hub, community house, where people can come and connect, create, and go beyond that. So I love the work that I do. I am so grateful to be in this position. I don't have many words. I just have a lot of gratitude and more wisdom and knowledge than I had last year. So planning for the future and leveraging my day job as an asset has been top of mind. I mean, I'm 1 month in and I'm meeting with a financial advisor in the next few weeks to come. And I've been leaning into getting clarity around what's important. Is the $2,000+ rent more important, or is skimming it back a little bit more important and being able to spread it and diversify my money in other ways and other capacities? Do I need to rush to get a place so soon, or can I bank a little bit more and then let that money go further than what I anticipated? What does beyond the job look like strategically stepping into entrepreneurship, and what do I want to offer? How can I take my 18 years of operations, leadership, and management experience and repackage that for somebody else's needs, with whatever it is that they're doing? I realized that I shied away so long from talking about leadership because I tried to focus on being an entrepreneur that I didn't merge or marry the two with my skill sets publicly. And I'm in a place now where I have that awareness and I'm not doing that. So, as much as I enjoy the work that I have been able to do over this period of time in different facets with startups, fintech, SaaS, tech, healthcare, just the hodgepodge of things, I really have this passion and this love and this drive for helping women take that as their asset and leverage that strategically to grow their life beyond it, to redesign their days, to get them to the next level that they're seeking, get them to some type of financial increase and additional revenue that's coming in that they can leverage to create what they really want for themselves. And I'm excited about that. And I have just been working on some things behind the scenes that you'll hear a little bit more of soon. But it's beautiful when the clarity comes, but when you also just own your stuff, right? Own your lane, own your skills, own your expertise, own the multifaceted woman that you are, because we wear so many hats. We have so many talents. We have so many interests. There's so many things that we can do. You may be working that corporate job Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and be baking your cookies on the weekend and selling them at the farmer's market. Okay. You may be, someone like me working in nonprofit from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and trying to launch a business and in grad school to become a therapist on the weekends. So we just have such skills that we often sleep on, or we don't give ourselves enough recognition. We don't pat ourselves on the back enough. We don't toot our own horns enough because, yes, there's something to be humble about for sure, but also know where you own your stuff and where you respectfully can show up and communicate your craft for others to know about it too. Don't shy away from that. So that was not a part of the intent of this video, but hey, here we are. So I hope this inspires you to turn around and look for yourself to see how can you make some changes, slim some things down, and use your job as leverage. Use your job as a strategic asset, not a safety net, not this plush cushion. We want to be moving with intentionality. We want to be moving with a plan. We want to know, where are we headed? What is the next thing that we're working towards, or what is the vision? Maybe it's not always the next thing, but what is the vision? What is the feeling that you're chasing? What are your words for those feelings? What does freedom look like? What does capacity? What does expansion? What does your dream life look like? When you visualize your future self, what do you want to see, or what do you see? What moments have you already had this past year already that you want to relive? For me, it was the way the sun felt on my skin when we were in Tulum. It was just being able to sit in the sand by the water and just relax. So, what does that look like for you? All right, friends, until the next video, we'll talk to you later. Bye.